Jose Mourinho once played against Barcelona, and the day before the game he named his team, and he sort of said, I don't care, here's my lineup, we're going to win anyway. Have you ever considered...
I will do that one day. So Mourinho's been in the game for how long? 25 years? So that will happen at some point.
It sends a message though, doesn't it? It sends a message, I think, to your team.
Yeah. And knowing Jose very well, the message is very clear and with a very clear purpose as well. So yeah.
Because obviously you're quite guarded on your team news. Mm. I presume that's because you don't want the opposition to know too much.
Yes. And sometimes, and the reality as well, sometimes because I haven't decided the lineup.
Yeah. But there must be, they do it in rugby, for example, don't they? And you know rugby coaches very well. They name the team like 3 or 4 days before. It'll be interesting to see someone try it.
Yeah, we can try. I will encourage the other managers in the league to do that when we play against them. So the day before, 2 days before, if possible, that they tell us who plays. That would be great. Ask that question to them, and if we get that done, I get you a dinner.
Mikael, the other day, sort of Ricky charged forward and did a back heel in the area to defend, and Gabby then shot over. Is Calafiori sort of controlled havoc, or was he just havoc? I mean, is there any...
Controlled. Yeah, that word and Ricky, especially in the attacking phase, it doesn't match too much, but it's something that we want, you know, because he has this intuition, his capacity to smell danger, to attack spaces that are very difficult for the opponent to defend, and he does it in a way that for him is natural, which is always good. So, yeah, we encourage him to do that.
The succession of left backs you've had have all either inverted or done something, but he seems to have taken it to a completely different level in the positions he can take on the pitch. Is that something that's just completely natural to him, or have you worked with him on that?
No, on the height that he's doing that, probably he's never done it before, because he used to do it as a centre-back, especially coming to the midfield line. Further than that, normally he doesn't do, but he has the ability to do that. And in pre-season, last pre-season, we started to say, and you have the feeling that he flows, you know, and things happen naturally, and he's comfortable there, and he's more comfortable than playing probably in the midfield line. And he's very comfortable every time he's stepping into the position box, and he gets better there. We have to use that, his quality.
My colleague wants to ask about the death of pressing. He said that the teams are pressing less, including Arsenal this season, and he wondered whether it was to do with fatigue or whether teams are now going longer, so therefore the pressing is less. Is there a reason you think that teams are pressing less this season?
Well, we had periods, and as well it goes to the fact that certain managers and certain teams had certain players to do it. After last week, we played 3 games. The week before, where it was very man-orientated, and our pressing. The Chelsea game was insane in terms of that. The Bayern Munich one as well. Let's see tomorrow what is the approach that Villa has, and we'll adapt in relation to that.
Hi, Mikael. So it was recently obviously reported that Arsenal have signed 2 Ecuadorian twins, Edwin Holger Quintero. They're obviously not going to join until 2027. What's the thinking and rationale behind this? Is this a new approach by Arsenal to go overseas and get young kids over and try and obviously bed them into the academy? Is it a new approach under Andrea Berta?
Well, there is certainly something that I think is very positive. I mean, we can recruit the best talent that there is out there. Obviously, the rules and the limitation that the league provides in relation to using them before a certain age, it is a challenge. But yeah, we saw that as a good opportunity for us, and if we are ahead, I think that's something very positive.
When did you start seeing this as a potential path? Was it other clubs, maybe like Chelsea, where you saw them bring young kids from abroad, or was it something else?
Yeah, there's always been. I think for many years we have talked about that. The last week they were asking me about the multi-club possibilities as well. So it's something that is emerging there. For many clubs, they've been doing it for years, which is, in my opinion, a big advantage if you do it correctly. And we need to start somewhere, and that's what we did.
And the fact that you, from just London and the surrounding areas, you've already produced massive talents. Obviously, Max Diamond just one of them. Now, obviously, going internationally, do you think on a more wider scale it could be further big talents from obviously further afield?
Yeah, for me the first intention obviously has to be to develop our own players in-house, but that doesn't mean that you have to close any doors for any talent that we have. That goes for players and it goes as well to staff, I think.
Mikael, there's been a lot of talk about the depth that you now have this season after the work done in the summer. It was something you spoke about needing at the end of last season. Did you think you'd need to use quite as many of them quite so soon into the season, given all the injuries you've had? Did you think you'd need to rely on that depth quite as much as you have?
Well, I think we have already used it in a great way, and not only the depth as well, but the versatility of the squad and the players that we have in certain positions to fulfill roles for periods of time that is being challenging in one specific line, now is another specific line as well. But to navigate in the way that we've done, I think it tells a lot about as well the character and the quality of the players.
After what happened to Chelsea on Wednesday night at Leeds, I heard Roy Keane saying somewhere that he thinks the title's over and that you will be the champions. How dangerous is it for anyone to listen to comments like that?
I don't know. We know the reality. We know the reality that we played every 3 days, the quality of position that we have, and how tough it is to win a football match. And we sense it 3 days before, the week before, and that's the reality in the league. So just try to be as good as we can every day, and there you go, day by day.
Is this game maybe an example of that? Because I think if you look over the last 10 games, Villa have got 1 point more than your team in the Premier League. They don't maybe have the level in terms of the Champions League. They've got Europa League games. Is that a reminder of the level that everyone's got?
Yeah, exactly that. I think I fully agree with that. There is the level, and then there is as well the schedule that each team has had, you know, and which games have they play at home and away and against certain opposition. There are a lot of factors, and we are still very early in the season.
Okay, guys, thanks very much.
Thank you.